Welcome to the IBB10 show. As you can probably see, we're just missing a couple of people at the moment. And Billy Wood, he's in LA. He's going to be joining us soon once he gets through the hood and he's paid all the Crips and the Bloods off. And of course, the host, Lee Penn, the guy with the worst broadband since dial-up, is struggling with his broadband. Would you believe it? We've told him time and time again, upgrade. But he has to put his little lead into the thing, pull it out, beep, beep, beep. You know the old school one we did back in the 90s, Lee is still doing now. So, once we get started, we have got the poshest name in non-league football. Monty Watson Price. How you doing, pal?
Yeah, not bad. I mean, could be better with the weather and how things have gone over the weekend, but, you know, nothing terrible.
Good. So, Monty, whilst we're waiting for Billy and Silly, how did you get on yesterday? I hear you played a revitalised Midhurst team that included up to 12 Petersfield players in the squad.
Yeah, I mean, we knew that they'd signed a couple. We didn't expect it to be as many as they had. I mean, when we were lining up, I was looking at them going, well, he played for Petersfield, he did. And then, I mean, in the clubhouse afterwards, I think I could recall 4 players in Midhurst tracksuits. Nobody else had a Midhurst tracksuit because they obviously wouldn't have been issued kit this quickly. But, you know, it's no excuse because we knew that we were going to be playing Petersfield quite a lot.
And the Bloods off. And of course,
he's arrived.
Can you hear me?
Fuck's sake, Ben. Yes, we can. How are you, mate? Look at this. It is sorry to see a man like Lee Penn.
I don't know what to do.
How about, Lee? Get off
Just nod and be like.
And
no,
poor old bloke. Anyway, carry on, Monty.
Yeah, so no excuse because we knew we were going to be playing Petersfield 2.0 pretty much. But you know, we couldn't have got off to a worse start. I mean, conceding after 8 minutes, then again after about 18, and then conceding again at 20. So we were 3-0 down in quick time. We lost 3 players to injury in the first half, which absolutely kills any team, losing 3 players, and especially in the manner that we lost one of them. I mean, it's just didn't make sense how one of our own players has booted the ball into the face of a teammate about 3 seconds after the whistle had gone, and then after the game, the teammate's eyes like that, absolutely massive. I mean, I've never seen him connect with the ball so cleanly in my life, and he wellies it straight into his own teammate's face. But
I'd like to see if you got a video. Get a video of that.
There is a video that I'll send it to you. I mean, it summed up our day pretty much. It was just shocking. But you know, second half we came back out. We didn't let our heads drop. We had a couple of chances. I mean, we had a goal that was not given, even though it crossed the line. The assistant referee couldn't see it and couldn't tell that it had crossed the line. So they obviously then can't give it. We had a couple of other good chances. Another one cleared off the line. A couple of saved by their keeper, who's about 9 foot tall and about 12 foot wide. But yeah, and then they came up with an 83rd minute worldie into the top corner. So not much we could do, but we've just got to try and get a win. Now it's trying to maximise every game we've got left. I mean, we got 13 games left this season, plus a cup game.
You're sitting in 11th place. Looking at it now, you're about 16 points off playoffs. I've got to be up front with you. That's a big ask now.
Yeah, that's where. I mean, internally, we're. I think it's, and everyone can see it. Playoffs are not where we're going to be this season. We're not going to be in and around them. I mean, obviously, like I said, I think I said it last week. We were punching above our weight last year. With where we were.
You've also lost. You've lost some resources because resources are being allocated to the new stadium and stuff like that. So it's not like, you fell off a cliff. You obviously Jack Mundy's there. He's doing a great job at that club. He really is. I think so. What you've got coming in the next 18 months, 2 years, with a beautiful new stadium over there. That will set you guys up for the next 10, 15 years.
Massively. And I mean, another thing that's killed us is it's something I've never seen before is the amount of injuries we've got. I mean, I think we've currently got 12 first-team players out injured.
Right.
Which is just, we've got Dan Pearce, who's our captain. He's out injured with an ankle injury. His brother, James Pearce, he's out injured with, I think it's a trapped nerve or something in his spine, which is now leaking spinal fluid. We've got now one who's out with a concussion, one who's got knee and some knee problems, one hamstring, another one ankle, wrist, shoulder, literally if there's an injury you can think of, one of our players is currently out with it. I mean,
is Amelia still doing it down there?
Amelia's still there, busier than she'd have liked to be.
Yeah, she's wonderful. That your physio.
Yeah, she's amazing. I mean, she helped me at the start of the season because in our final pre-season game, I was playing for our under-23s against Billingshurst, and I broke my foot about 6 minutes in, and obviously I then had to play that was on the Tuesday, and I had to play on the Saturday in the FA Cup. So I played the first 5 or 6 weeks of the season with a broken foot. But I could only have done that thanks to her because of how she helped me rehab it and strap up and make it so I could play. So she's doing all she can. It's nothing down to that. I think it's just there's no luck. Everything your turn, your studs get caught in the 4G and somebody does a knee injury. But when you're down, you don't get any luck, do you? So I mean, we just got to try and keep persevering, keep going, and just try and get as many points as we can from here till the end of the season.
Yeah, I mean, I have no. Hello,
right.
Lee.
How's that,
mate? Welcome to the 21st century, mate.
I'm doing it off my phone.
Oh, well done, mate.
It's. Don't matter. I'm so stressed. Hello, everyone. How are we? So stressed.
Old Aaron just gave you some shit, mate. He said, "How's he late for his own podcast?" Unbelievable.
I saw that as I. Yeah.
How are you, Lee?
Better now, but very stressed because just can't get it to work on the laptop, but it works on my phone. So yeah,
you know what? Don't you? You've been
Why?
fooling some dodgy sites at night, mate, and it's stuck a little bit of naughty spyware and malware in there, mate. You need to clean that up. All right?
I can't help it. I love it too much, mate. It's one of those things.
You savage. So, mate, so we've been up to this weekend, Lee?
Well, technically I shouldn't have been anywhere because it was Valentine's. And the missus wanted a day together. But luckily, I managed to get 45 minutes of football in down at Vardinians against Forest Row.
Oh, the V's?
The V's. She let me have 45 minutes. So, yeah, so I got that in.
They got a good win, didn't they?
I got a really good win, yeah. 1-0 over Row. Which helps them a lot in the relegation battle. So, yes. I mean, to be fair, from what I saw in the first half, they were both about the same. Both going at it, both cancelling each other out. I think they got the goal in the second half because I didn't see it in the first. But yeah, I mean, from what I saw, the V's, they look really good. Really good. Yeah.
Well, they've actually now pulled themselves. I know, Crawley down Gatwick, and we'll mention them later. They've pulled themselves out of that relegation spot at the moment.
Yeah.
Obviously, as we said, Crawley Down have got some games in hand. Managerial change incoming, by the sounds of things, after him. But we'll talk about that. But I'm looking at Van Dinians, right? And it's getting so tight down there at the moment. With Lancing, with Shoreham, everyone down there. At the moment, you can't really 100% say who is going down. I mean, Vardinian's next 3 matches are Wick away, Midhurst and Eastbourne at home, and Eastbourne United at home. You know, if they can take 4 to 6 out of that, that would really put them on the bow moving forward.
Yeah.
Okay. So like that. Me, I didn't get to see any football, of course. I was taken by the missus, kidnapped, and sent to a spa detox place, which was
Nice.
Yeah, I mean it was nice, and that it was a bit too feminine for me, should I say? You know,
Okay.
walking around in a little cheeky white robe all day with these little flip flops on. But yeah, couldn't detox. My skin's looking good, you know, and that I didn't have a heavy night, loads of sleep, and then I wake back up to come here, back to the bedlam of my house. So yeah. But anyway, whilst we wait for Billy to get on a bit later,
Yes.
let's talk Crawley Down. Okay. People started messaging me already. Right, Crawley Down, Gatwick. They obviously this weekend had made a change. Okay.
Yeah.
I believe that their manager James Day, he'd been there for a long time. I think he was from being a player. Is that right, Monty?
Yep.
If I'm right in saying, you know, he I believe he joined in 2014, and he actually took on the managerial realm in 2018. So he's been at the club for a good 7-8 years as manager. Okay, and they are, I think it's their 11th season at Step 5. They also had a fantastic FA Vars run this year.
Yeah.
You know, unfortunately went out in the round just gone before. Did they make the right decision?
Monty, do you want to go with this one first, mate?
It's interesting. I mean, speaking to their chairman when we went there earlier this season, and he was very open about the fact that they massively punched above their weight last season.
Yeah.
And that they never expected to be where they were. And they accepted that they'd be lower down this year. But I mean, you look at where they are in the league, and something needed to change. I mean, you can't go throughout the entire season being where you are with the players they've got there, like the likes of Ollie Leslie. You just not down there. I mean, they before this weekend they were the only team in the bottom 6 to have not changed their manager, and things were only going downwards. I mean, but I wish they could have waited another 4 or 5 days to have done it until after Tuesday, but. You know, I think it will prove to be the right call, depending on who they get in.
Just a quick one on that. I don't think me and Billy spoke earlier about synchronising jumpers, but we seem to have gone for the same colour there, mate.
We have, mate, but I am walking aimlessly around a Target at the moment, rather than I'm not. My plan was to be back home, ready for this pod. Instead, I am in the Target while my daughter is trying to find a cardigan because she's cold. So I might, even on this pod today, be taking everyone on A bus tour.
A bus tour? An LA
Oh, the
bus tour.
Hollywood bus tour.
Hollywood bus tour. Not because I want to go on a Hollywood bus tour, that's for sure, but because they do. So it could be me on the back of a Hollywood bus tour doing this podcast while we're looking at, I don't know, Justin Bieber's mansion, I guess, or what else we could be looking at. So this Sussex podcast has gone global to the point now we're sightseers. So, yeah, I'm back.
Well, as from what we talked about with the Crawley Down manager going, I mean, from what I've seen this season, like Monty said, they had a good cut run in the FA Vars, but result-wise hasn't been right in the league. And maybe it is that time for a change. Who they bring in, I don't know. But I mean, we'll have to wait and see what the
Well, it's got to be whoever's. Well, it's an interesting club, isn't it? Like they had a bit of success prior, and they become a little bit attractive. But you know, what's the long term plan there? What do they actually want to be? What do Crawley Down want to be going forward? Do they want to be a top step 5 club that's pushing for step 4? Do they want to be a middle of the rung step 5 club open to stay in the league, or are they happy to get relegated? Like what? It'd be good, interesting to know what Dave Connor, who is a top guy by the way, and I believe still chairman there, wants to do. Because, like I said, they rode a bit of a wave where people would go, "Oh, Crawley Down and Gatwick are a club," but now they're close to relegation, right?
yeah.
I mean, they're right down there at the moment. Obviously, they've got a few games in hand, but they haven't been able to buy a win for ages, have they? You know, as I was saying to Monty, that they're the good run in the Vars in there, but it's always tough, isn't it? When you got a chairman like Dave Connor who is supportive, backs the manager, loves the club, and then as a manager in place that has been a player, key player, and then been.
We just lost Lee, so I'm all the way over here struggling, and Lee's bloody internet kicks out.
Of course, he is, mate. He still ain't got and beat that dial up yet, has he? You know what I mean?
He needs to go on. He needs to go on an adventure to bloody O2 and get a better connection. That's what he needs.
Hey, look. I just had to log in so I could stream it to everyone online. So,
Oh, mate, I'm not. I can't even get on my account on here. That's why it took so long. I logged in on my normal account. It won't let me go on it. But yeah, look, Crawley goes back down, like you say. Look, we don't want them. Don't want anything bad happening to that club. It's a nice club, good people. So let's hope. Let's hope whoever gets the job.
Who do you reckon goes in there though? Who's available?
is there anyone available?
It's a good location for attracting players, though, isn't it? Let's be honest. Like, it's not a coastal club. It's got a good demographic area, like good geographical area. Sorry, shall I say, of people attracted to the club. But there's a lot of clubs around it as well. It depends what they go for a manager that. Yeah, but look, do they go for someone that's just going to bring players in, or do they go for someone that go, look, we're going to create something over a bit of period of time? Like Dave Connor, the chairman, his background was youth football, and he did a lot of Crawley Wasps back in the day. And maybe it's a case. I don't know what their youth setup is, or if they've got any academy teams or anything like that. But why couldn't they, build a bit of an identity in that sense? And be like, look, we're going to be the club that maybe attracts and has players that are coming through at Dorking Wanderers or some other clubs, and be that club. Do you know what I mean? Be that club that harbours the young talent. But again, it's all about manager. It depends what they want to do. If they want to be ambitious and throw dough at it, then you go for someone who's going to be able to throw dough at it, or throw your dough wisely. Or if you're going to build something, then you want to build something. If you want another manager in who's going to bring his 8-9 players in, then you look at someone like that. But I think, Joe, what I actually think the days of the black book managers are dying out.
It's interesting because whatever they do, they've got to come in and they've got to get it done quick. you know, they've been what 11, 12 seasons at step 5. It's a tough place to get out of step 6, especially when you've been to step 5.
Do you think they're going to drop in though, Mike? Like realistically, like I'm sure we're talking about the others down there, but realistically, surely they're not going to get relegated. How many games in hand do they have, Monty?
3
They've got 2 on Lancing and 4 on Vardinians.
Right. Okay. Right. So, and on Shoreham.
Well, I've
4 again.
I've sent a message come through about that.
Right. Go on.
There's no one. This has come from one of the internal players, okay?
Right.
And I won't mug them off to say who it is.
Yeah.
But I said, at the moment, we've been told nothing. There's no one lined up.
Well, they better get on the blower to people. I'm sure there'll be people on the blower to them. Like, as soon as that job come out, sorry guys, I was walking outside. If it gets loud, I will kill my mic. But it is, you know, it's going to be a case that there will be people that will want to like have that job. So I'm sure their DMs have been here. You know, I'm sure all that sort of stuff. Do you know what I mean? It's. But who goes in there is the biggest thing. It's either a black book manager or it's going to be a coach. I don't know. But look, well, guys, a little bit of sightseeing.
What's this? The Hollywood? I'm surprised you're not on there, mate. You're not on
We're walking down to mine in a minute. Mine's just down here somewhere, next to John Stamos. You know. So I'm not having a pod.
And congratulations, Bills, for everyone
That's
that
all right.
don't know. You're out there.
Yeah.
You know, music to see. Do you want to give it a plug, mate, in case there's any budding musicians out there?
Come and meet me. Found a budding musician on Santa Monica Pier last night. He was awful. But hold on. There's a few managers like this in our league.
Who's that?
Bugs Bunny. There's a few clowns in there. But you know, I think for me, whoever gets that job, like the chairman's top. So I'm sure that if he's top, the committee and the people around it are top. And
Yeah.
everyone speak. And also, let's speak of the manager that's departed, who's done a good job for a long time, and it's just it's probably got a bit stout, you know.
Yeah, I think he's done. I think he's done a great job. You know, working with middle resources, tough situations with the pitch.
Yeah.
You can get from the bars and that. You know, a lot stacked again. So I think he did it. And like someone said, potentially overachieved. Last season, especially with that run that they had. Look, it's a good club, really good club. We welcome them with nothing but success, hopefully, for the future. And let's see, whoever comes in, we can have a chat to and see what the plans are.
Yeah, it'd be great. And we'll get them on the pod. Even if it's a short on and off. But the next manager, 100% we'll have on, yeah?
Yeah, 100%. Be lined
Billy,
up.
so I know you'll be dipping in and out.
Yeah.
What kind of topics did you look on your LA blood and trick list this week?
When I pulled out the list, I was at the Chateau Marmont. I had a cigar on the go, all right? And I thought to myself,
Theme there.
one of the things for me that I wanted to talk about was I should have said, I actually sent Martin a text and I didn't press send, and I should have. It's my mistake. So I wanted to warn him that I was going to bring up on the pod. But I want to bring up the friendly result between Lancing and Upfield, and then the chairman's outburst on the Facebook fans group page. Did anyone see that?
No.
What?
Right. I would say an outburst, but so Upfield played Lancing in a friendly yesterday at Lancing, right?
Yeah.
And with that friendly, they lost. Lancing lost 2-0 to Upfield, right? Which bit of a shocker. But then on the Facebook page, Martin effectively wasn't happy. Wasn't happy with the work rate and the desire from the Lancing players. Not all of them. He did comment later. Not all, but he definitely wasn't happy with with the desire they showed. They said they're beat by a team that had more, you know, togetherness than them. And yeah, it was quite damning actually. It's quite a damning incitement of where they are as a football club now, both on and off the pitch. And I think there's got to be real worry that club's going down.
Okay, well, I ain't seen this.
No.
One thing I do know is that he loves the club. You know that, Bill, Lee, Matt.
Yeah. Absolutely.
If anyone was at that game yesterday, get involved. Let us
Yeah.
know what you thought of that performance, because if you look at the two teams, the two squads, that shouldn't be happening.
Yeah.
You know? I know. Well, Cam does his social media, right?
Yeah. Cam's only on there. Yeah.
Losing 2 friendlies in a week to teams below us.
But they lost to Saltdean as well, didn't they? 2-1 in a friendly on
Both
Tuesday night.
teams, by the way, bottom of step 6.
Yeah.
Monty, can you get up their next few fixtures? Lance, mate. So we need to have a look at this.
So
Last week, you guys won't know. I won't tell you what was discussed. But on Tuesday, I went and had a little bit of brunch with Mr. Martin Gander himself. We discussed a lot of things, and that the shining light that come through from what I discussed with him, how much he did care for the club. Okay,
We know he does.
he understands where it's been, what happened. You do as well, Bill. Yeah.
Right.
He also understands where he needs to get to.
Yeah.
And there's a big gap. There's a big gap in between there. Cam's put them up. So they've got a little common at home.
That's Tuesday night.
That's Tuesday. That's Shoreham game next week. Look,
Massive.
And Crawley down now.
Bus. Shush, on a bus. Sorry,
Are
guys.
you on that? Are you on that bus?
Sorry, guys. The family's interrupted. But look at that. So you got
Little common. Shoreham.
little Shoreham. There's one out.
You got Little Common, Shoreham, New Haven, and Crawley Down.
I think that's. I said that. I said with those 4, right? Sorry, guys. This is crazy. We're about to go and see the houses.
If you see one of them rappers on the street,
This ain't working for me. Everyone be quiet for 2 seconds. Right.
The life of Billy Wood. He's took
Right.
over
So
my
I think for me, right, those 4 fixtures, look, Little Common. There's got to be a loss.
get a lot of this
Play
stuff.
their lose. Shoreham are scoring goals. That's enough, right? And then New Haven, they lose that, and Crawley down Gatwick. Crawley down Gatwick, they lose that as well. So that's 0 points.
I don't know. I think Dale's got to take, for me, Dale's got to take 6 points out of them to give them a chance of getting safe. Early. What do you reckon, Monty?
Yeah, I'd agree with what you're saying, because after those fixtures, which obviously the Crawley Down one and the Shoreham one, which you perceive as slightly easier fixtures, they've then got Eastbourne United, YM, and Hayward Heath in the next 4 games.
Eastbourne United, YM, and Hayward Heath.
Yeah, out of the next 4 games after those 4, those are 3 of the next 4.
Who's that one for? Can have.
Pardon?
Lancing,
yeah.
After that, guys, like, I'm not being funny, but it's got relegation and over, hasn't it?
Yeah. Looking at it, yeah.
Okay, so then what comes next? Like, surely it's like, you know, like I say, look, I really like Martin, and I wish I sent him that message earlier. I really wish I sent him that message because
Great guy, mate.
I don't want him to think this was an attack, but there's more issues at that football club than anyone knows, right? There is. Even under Martin, there's only so much a chairman can do when he goes into a committee that picks everything. You can only lead the people that want to be led. There's always going to be divide. There's always going to be political movements on there. There's always going to be no money or not like they've got no ground. They don't own their ground, so they still have to pay rent. It ain't cheap.
I know. That I agree with. Now, I do think the plan. I don't want to be saying too much, but I do think the plan is that they are exploring the idea of
Buying it.
the ground back.
Yeah. All right, I'm okay. It's an exclusive for you. The same thing was brought up to me when I was there, right? And even asked for my help on it, which I would have done actually. I would have helped them do that because I think it's a great little site. Now, and the thing is that for someone to do that, they're not going to be able to afford it themselves because they're not generating any money as a football club, right? So someone's going to have to come in and buy Lancing. And
Do you fancy you and me going off?
yeah, go on then, let's have it. Why not? but that's not going to happen because of the way it's written out. So you've got to ask yourself now, right? Okay, if they go down, no budget again, and they go down. And I say no budget. There is budget, but they're not. They're obviously not spending loads of money. But if they go down, then apart from the free look, I think if Lancashire go down with the right enthusiasm and the right people, they bounce straight back up. I genuinely believe that. So I don't think it's the end of the world, but I think it's a travesty that the club's will go from Ishmael League football potentially into step 6 within 2 years. And yeah, I can be put. I can shoulder some of the blame for 11 games if I want, but I think people have got to start really looking at themselves. That club, Mike. I think the summer was used as a way to. This is a new era. This is a new thing. I'll wipe the past. A little bit of blame was pushed on the past, but it's time to really look at themselves and go, right, okay, what's first? What are we? Have we got a youth set up? Is it about the youth set up? Is it about free under 18 teams? I believe, right? Okay, that's fantastic, by the way. But what's the reason for free 18 things? Because the players aren't doing it for the first team, are they? So what's the point of it? Is the point to facilitate? Is the point to facilitate money? Is it cost money? To put those teams on. But if they all pay subs, do you know what I mean? Like there's got to be a reasoning for what they do. And I'm sure there is with Martin, and I believe in Martin in that sense. But they've got to come out and speak about it.
I do, and look, I live very close to the club. Within a few months, yeah. And Lee don't live far too. I know the community and the fans that they can get to that club. In there, but to make them come back to the club, it's got to be appealing. You've got to be able to win games. You've got to be competitive.
Yeah, and I've got to say, I think as Billy was saying, with the people that are running the club, not Martin, but the people that are below Martin, I think, and we've said it many times on this pod, you need to have a fresh, young outlook on football these days, because it's probably going to upset a lot of people what I say, but you coffin dodgers that are at some of these clubs, they're not bothered about the clubs anymore. They just want to make their little decisions, say that they've had a say, and then just bugger off. Because, to be honest, when it gets hard for a club, or a club is in a relegation fight like Lancing are, you don't see these other committee members stepping forward and chatting with the fans and saying that we're going to work this out, it's all going to be good. Because when we look at it, it's all Martin doing it. What you need is people to come into that club that are going to stand side by side with him and be like, right, this is what's happening. This is what we're going to do to sort it out. So leave it with us, trust us, and we're going to take it from here, because a lot of those people at the club don't care. Simple as that. It's how I'm going to put it. And if I go to Lancing Tuesday and I've upset people, come and talk to me about it, because it's just how I see it and how I feel about it.
Yeah, I'll
Look,
get what you're saying.
just on that,
Yeah.
because look, I think lads, like, my signal's in and out, so I will pop in and out of the chat. But on that, the reason I went to Lance in the first place was I actually thought it was an exciting cup of beer. Genuinely,
It can be.
I still agree, and I was so excited about going there. Obviously, that turned into a nightmare, but there's no reason Lancing can be where it is, be a really exciting Sussex club. And you have to go back down the step 6 there, go back up, so be it. But it needs people that's gonna help Martin with the plan, put it together, and want to ride it. And
Yep.
also, it's gonna need need a bit of deep pockets, because like, that's football. Like, people don't like to hear it, but that's football. It is what it is, right? So you do have to spend to accumulate. But the problem is how much it costs to be at the Sussex ground, their home, by the way, how much it costs, and also the associated cost of running the team. So if you can get sponsors on the right things, great. If not, then no, but not they're not. But look, I do wish them all the best, of course.
Yeah.
Very interesting. I mean, it's going to be interesting times next couple of weeks. I'll be catching up with Martin, seeing him. But yeah, it's getting tight down there. And if he has vented his frustration in the fan groups, like you guys have said, he's done that from the heart, maybe to get a reaction. So yeah,
That
Survived me.
comment,
He's a football man.
that comment there, if you can bring it up again, Mike,
yeah.
non-league, is he's saying it's not fair, Lance Board don't care. Okay, why is it only Martin coming out and putting his voice forward and defending what is going on? Why can't the other board members step into the limelight and be like, yeah, we know it's not working, we're going to sort it out? But
I'll tell
they're
you.
not, are they?
I'll tell you.
They're very
People don't like.
quiet.
Certain people don't like to stick their head above the parapet.
No.
Things like that. They tell you what's going wrong. They tell you how how they're going to fix it. But they're not sticking their head above the parapet. They just won't. Right. So it's easy to criticise people that do, and I think we're quite fair on people that, like, even young Connor at Shoreham, like, he's taking an absolute battering by us, but we're fair with him. And look. I'm not saying he turned it around there, because it's just 7-3 to Guernsey, but at least they're giving it a go.
Yeah.
I just what I see at Lancing is actually good managers. Do you know what I mean? Good managers, like good coaches, unbelievable coaches, especially at 18s level. Dale Hurley, probably the best in Sussex, in my opinion.
Well, yeah,
But
he's still about. He's working with Russell Martin Foundation as well.
yeah, and he's brilliant at what he does, right? But something's not working. But look, let's move on. Talk way about, and also I'm going to go on mute for a bit, unless you need me, all right?
All right. Well, quickly, Bill. Quickly. What else was on your list? What's
else on the list? Horsham YM, another big winner.
Let's talk about
Pagham.
that. Get the Pagham game.
Yeah.
Big win, right? Big win. They Pagham haven't lost at home in 90 minutes a day before that. So only once before.
Maybe one FA Cup game, I think, or something like that. It was
Brilliant. So look, they're going on the right way. And talking about, like, and obviously they lost to Harry Haynes, their goalkeeper, who went to Hastings this week. They replaced him with an experienced keeper in Sam Freeman, who done well yesterday. I saw them take the piss out at the end about the fact they'd be all up all night celebrating, which is great. So he lasted longer than 9 minutes. Since he's finished the game. And you've got talk about more wins. Pete Haven, how many is that? 8 on the bounce for them?
Yeah, 8 in a row now.
Like, they're going under the radar for us. But yeah, like, it's It's going to be an interesting playoff race. That's for sure.
Well, look, anyone that goes down to the Lions' Den down at Pagham,
Yeah.
first and foremost, you're going to get a game. You know, those fans love it. Club loves it. Community around there love it. Saturdays, few beers in that bar. Get there. You're going to expect a battle. When you go against a Lemmy Ewan team as well, okay, who have made leaps and bounds this year, probably haven't had the rub of the green in a few games. To then get, and by all accounts, 5-1 was, they could have had more as well.
Yeah.
You know, from there. That's no mean feat going down there and putting on. And after having a little word with Gilesy yesterday, YM manager, credit to Pagham, they said, you know, they fully deserved it. I saw the lucky tweet they put out, tongue in cheek. Pagham, I thought that was good. Another lucky win for YM, you know. But they did that. They did that tongue in cheek. Nothing away from that. They're good. They're good people down there. Really, really good club. It's getting tight up there now, though, isn't it?
Getting really.
Monty, Lee, Bill, does that put Pagham on the verge of being out of this playoff race yet, or not?
So what are they point wise, and where are they in the league at the minute, Monty?
So they're 7th, 9 points outside the playoffs, with 1 game in hand.
Guys, I'm just going to shoot and leave you the rest of the pod. The reason why, I'm sure there's going to be music on there. It's going to ruin the experience for everyone else. I love your league. I'll be back to my usual best next week. The Lancing, Shorehams, Upfields, everyone, I hope you've had a good week, and I'll see you all next week.
Cheers, Bill.
Good night, Bill.
You like an LA, pal? Stay away from those brothels. Anyway.
So yeah, somebody. So they're 9 points off the playoffs.
Yep, with 1 game in hand.
With a game in hand.
Which I believe, because they've all got games in hand on New Haven. So New Haven is 6th and have played 28, whereas Guernsey, YM, Peacehaven have all played 26, and you've got Pagham on 25. So,
I don't think they're out of it. I'm looking at their fixtures.
Not at all.
Yeah.
I'm looking at their fixtures. They've got to go. Saturday, they go away to Lingfield, a team that we both know need points and can pick up points.
Yeah.
Huge game at home against Hayward Heath, who now haven't got the distraction of the FA Vars that we'll talk about a bit later.
Yeah.
Then I think they've got 3 key games. Shoreham at home, Eastbourne United at home.
That'd be a tough one.
Yeah.
Eastbourne United would be tough. You look at that and you think Shoreham, Pagham. Well, I mean, I've already seen them play Shoreham this season, and Pagham won 6-1. And that was at Shoreham. So I think they get a win there. Eastbourne United is going to be tough. I think that'd be a draw. And then did you say they've got Little Common?
Got to go away to Little Common. That's a fucking trek, that is.
Yeah, I still think Lemmy will come out on top of that. So I think they get 2 wins and a draw out of those 3.
But don't forget they've still got to go to Hayward Heath as well. So
yeah, they got to play Hayward Heath twice in 3 weeks.
They've got to go. They've still got to go to Hayward Heath. They welcome Guernsey on the final day.
Oh,
so they've got tricky fixtures. Don't forget they're home to New Haven, and just before their Eastbourne United game, they play Tuesday night against us. So they won't be fresh. Whereas I don't know if who Eastbourne are playing on that Tuesday night, because they will play, but obviously their pitch is going to be taking an absolute battering. So it's how much can that pitch hold up, because you don't want to then be in April when it's the real business bit of the season, when you just need to get points and you're picking up injuries and not having players available, or even worse, you get suspensions and you start, and that can kill teams. But I mean, and you compare it to Eastbourne United, who obviously they've that Tuesday night they go to Vardinians. So, but Eastbourne United they've got to welcome Guernsey. They go to Peacehaven.
I want to talk about Peacehaven.
Go to Stenning.
Okay.
And they've got to go to, but then they finish away at Shoreham. So that could, if it comes down to the final day, Eastbourne have got what is on paper an easier fixture.
Well, I certainly don't think it's too early to write them off out of that playoff picture. But you got Guernsey firing on all cylinders. You got Stenning putting goals galore. I think Bridgman got another 4 yesterday, didn't he?
Yeah.
To be fair, you got YM that are doing bits, and then you got Peacehaven, 8 wins in a row.
Yeah.
There is not a more informed team at the moment.
But they host Haywards Heath on Tuesday night.
Well,
so
with
that's
Haywards
a
Heath
massive game.
Haywards Heath yesterday, having a super tough game against Stoneham, which we'll talk about. Extra time, penalties, a Peacehaven at home.
Yep, at Peacehaven.
There is not a good time to play Peacehaven.
No.
If there was going to be some kind of upset, potentially.
Could be. Yeah.
It could be that bounce back this week, I'm not saying it will be, but I'm saying you got Peacehaven there that I want to talk about. I want to go through their run they've just had, because I think we've worked out that that Pagham has certainly not been writ off. Okay? Certainly not. You know what it's like to play in that league, Monty. But I want to talk about Peacehaven's run, because this is ridiculous, really. Ever since the 6th of December, ironically, a 2-2 draw against Pagham, their results have been this. At home, 2-0 to Shoreham. Away, beat Lingfield 5-0. Beat Newhaven 4-1 at home. Scraped past Vardinians 2-1 at home. Beat Forest Row away 2-0. Beat Bexhill 1-0 away. Beat Lancing 3-0 away. And beat Little Common 2-1 at home just yesterday. Now, what we saying about that form? Because that form is what you expect to push you on for playoffs.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, it's form. It's an outstanding run that they're on. And you think, is that going to be a surprise team that they've just quietly winning those games, and they've sort of come out of nowhere?
Well, I saw them play at Goring Mead in Horsham, yeah? And I'll tell you what, one thing you can tell about Mark Shutt's teams, the gaffer there,
Yeah.
they will work hard. They will not give you any time. Push on. He's a good gaffer. He knows his stuff. He knows stuff. And I'm glad he's getting the recognition now that he probably deserves. Don't get me wrong, they've got fantastic facilities down there. In there, one of the nicest stadiums around at this level. Beautiful. If you, they took me into the changing rooms and that. It's all on the floor, lovely. It's all professional out. It looks the part. If you want to be a player, you want to play in that kind of scenario. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mark, and he's a gaffer. He won't take no shit, and he'll give it as well. I like it. He'll give it on the sidelines, but he'll also take it. Do you know what I mean? Fair is fair. How far can they go on? Monty, are they nailed on for the playoffs now?
Well, I mean, I'm not going to nail anyone on for the playoffs apart from whichever one of Stenning and Hayward Heath don't win the league. I mean, the key thing for Peacehaven will be when their run does end, how do they react? Because I mean, you saw it last year with us when we went on the longest unbeaten run of any team at any point last season. However, our first loss was with 11 games to go. We then only won 2 of our remaining 11 games. We picked up 9 points from our last 11 games of the season, having previously been 14 games unbeaten. So it's all about that reaction because they will lose eventually. You're not going to go on. They're not going to go unbeaten until the end of the season. Well, if they do, full credit, brilliant, fantastic.
Well, I'm looking at the next 5 games, Mon. Obviously, the big one Tuesday against Hayward Heath. But then they're away to Seaford. And that's a derby. That is a big derby, you know. Seaford have had some up and down moments over the last few weeks, you know. So you probably fancy them. Take that. Then they're at home to Wick. Wick got a spanking yesterday.
Yeah, they really did.
Right? So you'd expect them to take that. Then they're away to Midhurst. Again, Midhurst, 12 ex-Petersfield players playing this weekend. Long way to travel. That's a fucking long way to travel, that is. Midhurst to Peacehaven. You know. What are we saying they get out of those 4 games? I reckon 7 or 8 points.
Yeah, I'd say that. I think Seaford is a win. I don't think Seaford are the same as what they were at the start of the season. I know they didn't start very well, but they sort of come into their own, and they put a good run of games together. But yeah, I think it'd be a win against Seaford. But yeah, I've got to give you, Mark. I reckon 7 or 8 points be a good, fair result for those games.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I mean, you look at it, you go. I mean, I'd say they'll get a point against Hayward Heath. I think they'll get a point. Obviously, being at home, they're at home. They're on a great run of form. Hayward Heath just had an extremely hard game at the weekend. Then I see them beating Seaford, beating Wick, and then Midhurst. You know, it could go either way, and it's an interesting one as they play each other twice in 2 weeks. They play each other at Midhurst, and then the following week it's at Peacehaven. So
I see that.
They play each other back-to-back weekends, which obviously you know something could change. Someone sees something in the first game, adjust it for the second game. Right. So you really just cannot read it with those 5 games. But if you're just looking at those 4, I'd say 7 or 8 points definitely would be expected.
And then they go away to Guernsey. So like it's yeah, I think it's an exciting time to be involved with Peacehaven at the moment. You know, and as I say, I was struck. He's got those boys ticking because when I saw him play against YM, I mean, I think they lost 3-0. I think you were there with me, Lee, weren't you?
Yeah.
Or maybe, yeah. You know, it was a 3-0. It was a deserved 3-0. But do you know what I mean? They're kicking on at what we call the business end of the season. Do you want to answer that one, Monts?
They were massively improved from what they were earlier in the season. I mean, we went there quite early on in the season, I think November-y time. I didn't play in the game, but we drew 5-5. But on having watched the video, the fact that they scored 5 was simply down to us being shite at defending in that game. I mean, they were shocking. We gifted them 3 goals in that game, and we didn't take chances. But Petersfield, Midhurst, they were so much like Petersfield. It was unbelievable. I mean, we played Petersfield 3 times last season, lost 5-0, drew 1-1, lost 5-1. And it was like, and we, as soon as I arrived yesterday, and I then saw their goalkeeper walk in, who is quite recognisable. If you know who the mid Petersfield keeper was last season,
He's not the fridge, is he?
He's absolutely massive. He's unbelievable. He takes up the entire goal.
He's massive. He's a hell of a keeper and all.
And
imagine him coming through to collect the ball in the air.
I mean, the scariest thing for him is kicking. He's doing a drop kick, and I'm set on my goal line because he's going to kick it the distance. I mean, it's unbelievable. But you know, it's to be expected. Midhurst will improve. I see them stringing a couple of results together. They'll be completely safe. No doubt about it. But you know, that's what Connor's teams are always like. They're always good. They used the width very, very well yesterday.
Monty, I had him on my SNLF show on Wednesday. Okay, and it's quite ironic, really, because obviously I've been super critical of Midhurst. Yeah, and they jumped the chairman on as well at the same time. Tom Merrick Smith, who's really good guy,
Yeah.
We just never met, and you know he's only 31. He must be one of like the youngest chairmen around. And I pulled him on some stuff. I said, you know, I said stupid money going in for some guys here and there, including yourself, Monty. I didn't say you, but I know they put a bid in for you.
Mm-hmm.
We'll address that one in a sec. And one thing for sure, Connor said he wasn't going there to just make up the numbers at Midhurst. He was going there with a long-term plan. Now, I'd been critical because obviously I'd done previous interviews with Lemmy Ewan, who's now the Pagham manager, who was the Midhurst manager. And he told me that the club was in a bit of a sorry state at times with the pitch. I don't know if people don't know. It's a bit like walking down to Batter Lords to go to go and play at Midhurst. You know, you've got a long line from the pavilion all the way down. However, they've got new plans in place with the ground, and they seem to have a really exciting time up there at the moment. To get Connor Hoare, a coach who's exciting, a coach that I'm sure we can all agree, can coach at a much higher level. You know,
Absolutely.
You look at his partner in crime, Cal, who's now at Moneyfields doing bits up there. I think they're about third in the league up there. You know, he hasn't come there just to get into a relegation battle and steady the ship. He's come there for a long term.
Yeah.
So I fully expect them to move up in that. You know, but it's interesting that Petersfield waived all the 7 days. Because Monty, you're a ref as well. I'm sure you understand how it works. How many players from one team can you register at a time when you approach?
I don't know if there's a limit. I mean, if there was a limit, it'd be quite restrictive. But I'd be surprised if there was one. But I'm stunned that they waived them all. Because
they waived all of them.
And because obviously, with the way that it went down from all I saw was what was on Twitter. It wasn't the prettiest endings. I wouldn't have been surprised if Petersfield have just had a spite, just not waiving them, making them wait the 7 days, which I'd have been fine with. Obviously, with how the game went Saturday, I'd been fine with them not waiving any of them. But yeah, I'm not sure if there is a limit. But
I think there is some kind of rule where, obviously, if you waiver them, it's different. But there's some kind of rule where, if you're approaching the club, 1 or 2 players every 28 days or something like that. I don't really know. Cheers, Aaron. Big Aaron Miller. Just saying it's 1 every 28 days. Shout out Aaron Miller at Pagham there. Cheers, brother. Yeah, I've said them. So people are listening. I believe it's because the league, so they can sign straight away. I think so. No need for 7 days. What's that? Another one saying 3 team per season, 30 days apart. Yeah, it seems to add up. But yeah, but yeah, to get 12 coming along is a big shift in the game, and it's a statement. It's a statement of intent. Lee, your broadband's back, mate. Are you all right? No, he's not. Until he's.
Mate, I don't know what. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can,
Yes.
mate. True. I had a message from someone. It said it's exactly the same as what happened at Forest Road with East Grinstead, really. You know, you wave them, you get them back. No. Yeah, Petersfield must have released registration for each player if that's happened. Fair enough. Okay, Money, what's Lee still dialing up? This is becoming a ball ache, mate. I just want to dip down into Div 1. Okay. Now, just want to quickly talk about Ringmer. Because they went to Godalming in town yesterday and they took a draw. Now, bearing in mind, this is a club that it was at step 7 last season and that have now gone to probably, I feel, the toughest away grounds to go to in that league. Godalming in town. You know, it's close. Pitches are leveler. Mo's team were always set up to be very tough to beat. You know, I think we should start shining a little bit of light on the fact of what they've done at Ringmer this season. Because
yeah, I mean, it's been really good. I mean, you look back, their last defeat was the 29th of November. So they're on a good run of form. They drew with Godalming, beat Selsey, beat Milo, drew at Saltdean, beat Infinity, drew at Jarvis Brook, and beat Uckfield. So there are some big results in there.
I actually didn't realise that, Mon. I'm looking at it now.
So
and that run's come off a 5-1 drubbing at Worthing United, away at home to Worthing United.
So it's a really, really good run, and to go to Godalming and get a result is a fantastic result, because I mean, I played at Godalming in pre-season, and it was my first experience of Godalming, and it's not a place that I'm going to be jumping at the thought of going back to. I mean, although the result was quite favourable in our way that day, obviously we saw how much they improved from pre-season, because we beat them 5-0 at their place in pre-season. They came to us in November and beat us 6-2 at our place in the Peter Bentley.
What was the swing from 5-0 to 6-2? That's an 11-goal swing. What is the swing? What was different?
Well, it's hard to pin it on something. I mean, it's going to sound like really, really big-headed here, but I didn't play in the second game. There was a number of different players who didn't play. We played a different system. They played so much better. They didn't give anything in the first game. It was more of like they didn't get out of first gear, and we played really well. Whereas in the second game, they were top. We'd never got going either. But I think we didn't get going because they'd suffocated us so much. I mean, we went behind really, really early. And then they just were non-stop, relentless. And then they actually ended up, we actually went down to 10 men. I think we finished with 9 men, because we had our captain was sent off. And we had our right back was Sinbin. No, not Ricardo. Dan Pearce.
Oh, Pearce.
Dan Pearce.
Oh, okay. They played really, really well in that game. But full credit to them, they've got to where they are by playing that way. I mean, you don't get to be top of the league by fluke. It just doesn't happen. No, not so.
And I still see no reason why Godalming cannot automatically go straight up. I know it's getting a little bit higher up there now, but they've got games in hand. You know, they've got what with Arundel losing yesterday as well.
Yeah,
Big win for Saltine, by the way. Maybe
that's a massive win, massive.
But yeah, I see no reason why Godalming still won't kick on. But going back to Ringmer, now I got to see close up over the last 12 months how they are working as a club from when they come up from step 7. First and foremost, the facilities are unbelievable. They
Yeah.
really, you look at it, they have got what I feel is the best bar it's certainly in that league, if not one of the best in the league above.
They got one of the best clubhouses,
Yeah.
bars, and the balcony that looks out onto the pitch.
Which is pretty iconic, actually, isn't it? You've got a couple of pool tables in there.
Yeah.
Massive long bar. The food's incredible, and
Yeah.
food's incredible, and the balcony you can actually watch the pitch from the balcony, and they got a fantastic 3G surface, which means they get to train all the time, which means games will all be on. Tommy and Leon. Tommy had it on the bench yesterday. You shitting me?
He's wanting that second appearance, weren't he, in goal? He was desperate. That's why.
Well, I believe they brought in Stefanos, haven't they, from Bexhill?
Oh, have they?
Yeah. Who? Yeah, Mo. Look,
Hey,
he is a class guy.
Mo is, yeah.
Mo is a absolute class guy. Look at that. I mean, look, that for people that don't know, that's Godalming Town's manager.
Yeah.
That is why no one has a bad word to say about Mr. Scher in the league.
No.
And he looked after us when I was at Arundel. Beautiful little bit of food in the back, lovely little clubhouse and that. Mo, thank you. But yeah, and there's Artie. Artie's there. He's number 2 there at Ringmer. Another class guy in there. So yeah, I just want to point out Ringmer for what they've done in that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like you said, Mike, we got to see the inner workings of Ringmer last season, and we know Tommy, we know Harty really well. Great guys. What they're doing there and what they're doing this season is just, magnificent. I reckon a good mid-table finish for them, and that'd be a good season.
That's called progression.
Absolutely, yeah. And also, got to say as well, Harty, don't worry, mate. There'll be a coat coming your way. He loves my coat. He loves the fur around it. He's always whenever I go to game, he says about it. He loves it. Yeah. So Harty, coming your way, mate. Don't worry.
Do me a favour. Go and get that coat. Go and get that coat. I just want to ask the people at home if they think it's a woman's coat.
All right, bear with me.
And whilst he's there, Monty, wait, have a look at this coat, right? This is blatantly a woman's coat. He thinks it's a man's coat.
It's not a woman's coat. I've said this multiple times. Yeah. All I say is as well, you don't get this on a podcast. Green Street to the pod. You don't get this on a pod, is all I'll say. Right, where's the coat? Here we go.
Right, this is deaf. I want someone in the corner. It'd help if you actually had electricity in your house as well, mate.
Look, don't start that, mate. Right, there we go. That's the hood.
Mate,
do you want me to put it on?
Put it on, mate.
Right, hang on then.
Because I'll tell you what I'm getting. E17 vibes. I want you to stay another day. Stick it on.
Stay another day. All right, here we go. I'll put it on and do it up, and then you'll see what sort of coat it is.
I will know in the comments if it's male or female.
All right. Big reveal in 3, 2, 1.
Ginger Brian Harvey. Right. I need to look at this. Look at that. I'm not sure about that, mate. I'm not sure. I reckon.
I think my sister used to have one of those.
Yeah.
All right, Monty.
I don't know. What I do know is I reckon that's definitely a female one.
It is not a female one.
Okay.
State of it, Hearty, you love it. You know you do.
No, that's a woman's coat, mate. Can't. And what is that little cupboard there he's got there? Look, who's done all that? Bless him. Anyway,
A little what?
don't worry, mate. Don't worry. Anyway, where were we? Right. So we've established it's definitely a woman's coat. Now, moving on. So yeah, I think I've done great in there at the moment. But just before we get on to the FA Vars,
Yeah.
big win for Saltdean yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah.
3-2 against Arundel. You know, Arundel looking to push, if not certainly get playoffs, if not push on a bit further than that. It's a great game. By all accounts, from what I saw from Low Edwards' tweet, it was a last-minute winner.
Yeah.
As well. But are they getting out of trouble now? Is Low going to get them out? Because they're close.
What are they in? What are they in the league now?
Well, they're fourth from bottom. Albeit Oakwood and Uckfield have both got 3 games in hand. But Uckfield are 14 points behind. Oakwood are only 2 behind. And then you've got Loxwood, who have put some run together just above them.
Yeah. No, I see Lowell doing it and keeping Saltdean up. He's now got the team he wants. He's obviously they're back home now, so that's going to be a massive help for him. So they're going to get get the fans back and get the good crowd behind them. And again, like when their bar area is fully done, that is going to be magnificent. When that's
I'll be going down there when that happens.
Same, yeah.
It's. I've seen the designs.
Same, yeah.
I actually saw it as a building site when I was with the Seaford guys that did the
walk.
The 90-kilometer walk over 24 hours.
Yeah,
where I hid in the support vehicle for the whole 24 hours. To be fair, but it looks fantastic. There's a lot of investment going in that club. God, people messing me. It really needs Lowell to keep him up, to build on there, because he hasn't gone there. He hasn't left Shoreham.
No.
What are you going to stuck in your cupboard again?
No, mate.
Left Shoreham to go in there and keep him up and go down. Do you know what I mean? With that thing. So, yeah. Monty, what are you thinking? It's tough down there, though, at the moment, isn't it?
It's not going to be easy. It's extremely tight. I mean, you look at it, you got Oakwood, Loxwood, Saltdean, and Dorking B all in that tight little group. But I don't know if you've seen what Saltdean's next fixture is.
Go on, talk to me.
They are at home to Oakwood.
Oh, wow.
They are at home to Oakwood. So that's on Saturday, home to Oakwood, 3:00 kickoff.
Because that will be on.
That will be a massive game.
Yep.
Absolutely massive. And I mean, you say that, you see, if Saltdean win that then puts them that puts them 5 points clear of the drop 3. So they're then looking safer, as Oakwood would then have lost 4 out of their last 5 or something like that. So
and they can't get any game on at the moment, can they?
No, I mean, because we train on a Thursday, our Thursday training slot. We share a pitch half and half with Oakwood. So I see what they're
you
doing.
You share a pitch. What a training.
Yep.
Well, what's that, like a local sports centre or something?
It's at a local secondary school in Crawley.
Okay.
So we take half a pitch and they take half a pitch. But so I see what they're doing, and they're doing great work. But it seems like they can't buy a result at the moment.
Yeah, it's they don't suddenly become a relegation battle team overnight. I don't think.
No.
Oakwood, no. And weird you say that about sharing a pitch. I had that when I was at Arundel. We actually shared half a pitch with Wick, local rival.
Oh, right.
Never understood why that happened. That was at Little Hampton Academy in there. But I suppose if you can't play on the pitch, you need somewhere to train, don't you?
I mean, it was a bit awkward leading up to our quarter final of the RUR when we're playing each other on the following week and we're training together the week before. I mean, and it's basically a battle of the two gaffers standing on the halfway line watching each other's train.
I love that. I do love that. I do love that. Right. I know Billy wanted he wanted to speak about Hayward Heath.
Yep.
In there. I was poolside at the Goodwood Hotel yesterday, rooting for those lads. I saw they equalised in about the 75th minute or something like that, whatever it was. Went to extra time. Obviously lost on penalties. They missed the first two penalties, which didn't help. One thing I want to say about that, though, is AFC Stoneham. Congratulations, by the way, for going through.
Yeah.
Connor Hoare told me on the Wednesday show, he went, I fancy them. I fancy them to beat Hayward Heath. And I was, I put my money on Hayward Heath, literally put my money down on there. That's interesting, Brad, by the way. That is interesting. All right. We'll come back, Brad. Cheers. Going back there. And he said that is the only side that played his Petersfield side and battered them. They'd only, his side had only conceded 14 goals all season, and 5 were in the same game. That was AFC Stoneham. And I know AFC Stoneham went in and gave it the big underdog story. And to be fair, you look at it and you think, well, you can probably understand that. Non-league was there. I watched Hayward Heath yesterday, and I must say I was really impressed with the club overall. I think they'll be disappointed. They had good chances to win it in the second half. From what I saw from all the Twitter updates coming through, obviously I would have loved to have been there had I not been kidnapped.
They had a good crowd by the looks of it as well. Really big crowd.
They're always going to get a good crowd down there because they play good, exciting, attacking football, and they're a club that are still challenging on 3 fronts. Is that right, Mont?
I think it's only 2 now.
Is that
in the RUR and the league.
You knocked them out of a cup, didn't you?
We knocked them out of the Peter Bentley.
Right.
They're out of the Sussex Senior.
But they're in the RUR.
So they're in the RUR against us.
And they got the league.
On Tuesday, the 3rd of March, that's that semi-final. And then they're in the league still.
Yeah.
I mean, I reckon they would have had an easier draw in the next round. And it would have been home. So it's a shame they couldn't get through. Brought a lot of money into the club, though, I'd expect, with that run in there behind them. Gutted for Kev, Viggers and all the boys over there. Steve, chairman, Mungie and all that lot. Great. Barnes, captain, Schumann, all those boys. They've really, really done themselves proud to get as far as they did. They will be gutted this morning, I'd expect, as what non-league was saying. Always busy on Valentine's Day, mate. You know me. Some of us just can't help it, lad. But yeah, now, how do they pick themselves up now for Tuesday?
Monty, you want to take that one? Then I'll come off to you.
I mean, it's always a tricky one because everyone's big goal is at the start of the Vars is to get to Wembley. I mean, it's the pinnacle of anyone's footballing career is playing at Wembley. So obviously, and to be as close as they are, and to have everyone pretty much saw them as the favourites. A lot of people saw them as the favourites, and to lose in the manner they did, obviously, having spoken to a couple of people who said Hayward probably should have won it, and the goalkeeper for Stoneham was brilliant in the second half, putting out a couple of good saves to deny them.
Yeah, I heard that.
And then to lose on penalties is the worst possible way to lose. I mean,
I think they did miss their first two, didn't they?
Yeah, but still, it's always a tricky one when you're having penalties because it's as everyone says it's a lottery. I mean, coaching wise, last season my team we lost every single cup game on penalties, and so
is that because you didn't save any?
No, I was coaching it, wasn't me, so nothing to do with me that
okay.
one. But yeah, so it's always really tricky penalties, but to pick yourself up after such a big game like that and all that excitement to then have to go again against a really good team on Tuesday night is really difficult because you just want it could go two ways because you could want some players will want a bit of time just to let it die out, try and forget the game, but then others will be like, right, now it's an opportunity to get that gone immediately, go put in a brilliant performance, blow I think it was Peacehaven out the water, and then really go, right, the league's ours. We're gonna set that disappointment behind us, win the league, and absolutely destroy everyone from now to the end of the season.
Yeah. I'd say now just concentrate on the league. I know they're still in another cup, but
definitely concentrate on the league.
Your priority.
Stelling don't look like they're stopping at all.
No.
Exactly.
They've got 90 goals already now.
Yeah, your priority now is the league. Forget about the cup and just steam train those results fixtures you've got coming up. You go in there and you go, right, from now to the end of the season, every game is your cup final. And get this team promoted because, yeah, like you said, Mike, Stenning aren't stopping and they're just getting better and better each week that they play.
Well, I mean, Stenning scored 15 goals in the last two games.
And I was there for one of them.
And they should have beaten Guernsey.
Yes.
One goal was clearly a yard onside. The other one went in the goal and bounced off the wall on the thing. So,
yeah,
you know, and we've seen video evidence for that. So that obviously played in Hayward's favour. But look, I still again think they will continue to go on. You know, if they take a draw at the weekend on Tuesday against a banging form Peacehaven team, so be it.
It's going to be an interesting game.
Yeah. I think Ryan's right as well. That's Bridgman he's talking about.
Yep.
You know, Stan, he's
37 goals.
I know.
It's
and
crazy.
I tell you what, he's been on the bench for a few games as well.
Yeah.
He has, you know. And you look at him, he's built, he's stocky. He's a bit of a stocky lad, and he built up there. Yeah. He's one hell of a striker. To get that amount of goals already with what? How many games left?
They've got 10. So 10 games.
10 games left.
10 games left, 37 goals already.
There's a good chance he'd get 50 goals.
Oh, yeah. But you look at that Stenning side and you think, so they got him on the bench and then on the pitch, you got Dion Jarvis.
who I think is probably, I rate him in the top 3 players in that league.
Absolutely. Who just bangs in goals for fun as well. I think he got another. Did he get another 2 Saturday as well?
Well, Dion Jarvis is on 29 goals.
Okay.
And I think this is league, yeah, 29 goals, and then you got Harry Heath. He's on 30. They're scoring goals everywhere.
I was going to say, that's quite good. I forgot about Harry Heath as well. You can't forget about him.
Brewer's on 10, and let's not forget my little old mate Joe Ben. You know,
Yeah.
He's on 11 as well. In that team, in Hammy and Hollis's team, they've got goals everywhere. Everywhere, you know. Had Hayward's Heath not been in the league this year, you know, could have been a lot different. But
Yeah.
Well, Haig, shout out Haig, love the Haig. Harry Heath is a top player, mate.
Yeah, really is.
Joe Ben injured. I don't know if Joe's injured. What I do know is that guy is one of the nicest guys in football, Joe Ben. But he's had 2 or 3 shoulder dislocations. He's had a torrid time on the sidelines. Do you know what I mean? Because he was doing bits at Little Hampton. He really was.
Yeah.
Sorry, someone's messing. He knows exactly. But yeah, so going back to the original point, unlucky for Hayward's Heath there. Good luck to Stoneham in the next round. And because your Guernseys, your YMs, your Peacehavens, your Stennings, they're all breathing down the neck.
Oh, absolutely.
No one seems like they're stopping at the moment.
No.
Right. What else, guys, has happened?
Well, I think Billy briefly mentioned it, but we have to mention it quickly because just of the result and the amount of goals between the 2 teams. And if you're a neutral football fan and you saw this, but you saw the first game, 6-7, and then yesterday as well, you say as a neutral, as a fan, you're getting your money's worth when you go to games like that. Just in general as well, is you get your money's worth when Stu, actually, no. I'm just saying, as a football fan, when you see games like that, you know you've had a good Saturday. Because it's entertaining. You're not going to go and see a boring 0-0, 1-1. And to be fair to Guernsey this season, when they play at home, it's never a low-scoring game, really, is it?
Well, Ross Allen, mate, this is the same guy that actually played in Champions World Cup.
Yeah.
I think he was out in.
Was it New Zealand? New Zealand.
We interviewed him, didn't he, out there?
It's New Zealand.
One of the New Zealand teams. Hager played out that way, hasn't he? In there.
Yep.
But he's quality. And I believe he scored again a couple yesterday, didn't he? So, but
yeah,
I got a sneaky suspicion they'll be safe. Sure.
Yeah, they'll be right. But with Guernsey, are they playoff pushing or?
Of course they are. I mean, they're third in the league. They've got a couple of games on Stenning there.
But
look, if Peacehaven and YM are in it, Guernsey are certainly in it.
Do you think if they don't get a home draw, because it's the playoffs always played midweek, aren't they? Is that going to affect them a lot?
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Stuart said it was 4-3 to them when we had 10 men. 10 men? Did Sean go down a man yesterday then?
Yeah.
Red card after 20 minutes.
Yeah, the captain, I think it was.
After 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Right, anyone that watched that game yesterday, was it justified? Except I'm assuming that's a straight red.
Yeah, well, looking at the tweet Shoreham put, they said
Was a
no
straight red.
Interesting. Never need
But
that.
yeah, so back to it. Do you think if Guernsey playoffs, if they get a Tuesday night away draw to say a Horsham YM or a Stenin, that sort of thing, how much do you think that affects them?
Well, from what I got from their manager when I was over there, who by the way has had over 600 games as first team manager there
At Guernsey, yeah, unbelievable.
600 games, which is fucking incredible. They said the only problem they've had is they do sometimes struggle to get the players on a Tuesday night away. So obviously you've got to think these lads, well, first and foremost, Guernsey don't get paid. Right? No. Anyone that thinks they get paid, that's bollocks, because they don't.
We know.
They get incredible facilities. They get. It's a bit different on that island because
it's a lot different.
You've got all of the teams trying to get into that team. But you've got you've got so many youth teams. I think they've got 4 or 5 different leagues as well, haven't they?
Yeah.
On there, which is incredible. And there's about 5 or 6 teams under Guernsey that they in these little feeder leagues that are the main ones, and they're actually on the wall, aren't they? As you go in, but they do struggle because they have jobs. You then have to take the Tuesday off. You're then going in at probably flying in about midday. No, man, maybe probably about midday for an evening game. Then you're straight away back on there if you're not staying over.
Yeah.
You know, because if you're somewhere far enough down there, if you're not staying over, that could play into a Peacehaven, a YM, a Stenin, or even a Hayward Heath if they met them in the playoffs. Yeah. But I mean the way they're playing at the moment, there wouldn't be much worry about it. I think they've got. If someone's got to go there, so I don't know how does it work, Monty?
So
if you think only one goes up, automatically.
So second will host 5th, and third will host 4th. So as it stands, technically Hayward Heath would host Peacehaven and Guernsey would host YM.
Oh, okay. So
at the moment, yeah.
Right.
So
and then the playoff finals at the ground of the team that finished higher out of the 2 finalists in the league phase.
Oh, right. So it won't be out of anything like that.
No. So last year you had Hayward Heath went to Eastbourne United, and Petersfield went to Crowborough. Crowborough beat Petersfield, and Eastbourne beat Hayward Heath. And then since Crowborough had finished second and Eastbourne had finished,
they got the home.
They finished below. They got the home game for the playoff final. So, so if Guernsey finish second and make the playoff final will be in Guernsey.
Wow. Now, you know what that means, don't you? That means if that scenario does happen, now, hypothetically speaking, that happens, there's only now one airline that actually goes between the islands.
And we've been on that.
fuck me, Propeller Airways or a Ringy Airlines. You know what I mean? It's like fucking Ryanair on speed, but with propellers. because the other one obviously went broke.
Yeah.
That's pretty massive because then you're only getting, I think, two flights a day it goes over?
I think it's 3.
It's 3,
Right.
is it? Okay. Those planes don't hold too many. Do you know what I mean? It's, you're not talking a 747.
50 max in it.
Okay. Now that means if you that is a team and about 20 fans.
Yeah.
If you go to Guernsey and there's 600 watching, you better be fucking loud.
Yeah.
If you're those fans, you
Yeah.
better bring the drum, the megaphone, the lot, and hack the PA system, mate, because you're gonna have to make some noise to get there. When we went over there, the fans made a lot of noise.
Oh, God, yeah.
And it was good. But
Yeah.
that's interesting, Monty, because if that happens, that could throw a real spanner in the works for any team. Alternatively, the other way round, massive negative against them. So we're going to look at that one with eager times. I mean, 1,000+ watching there, he said. Yeah, you will get that. I love the fact that they stream the game to the islands. Can you imagine that, growing up on the islands, right?
So,
And
sorry.
Go on.
So yesterday they had technical issues and they could only get commentary.
George, where's George? Someone speak to George at Guernsey.
I tried watching it.
Game, mate.
Yeah.
Bless him, George. Shout out, George. Like George, top guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, imagine growing up on that island, right? And you want to play football, and every Saturday afternoon at 2:00, you turn on your local like Meridian ITV, number 3 channel on the old analog shit, and you're on there. Do you know? Because that's exactly what happens. I love that. At step 5, you're getting that. Whereas that's why we also found out they can do that. We spoke to someone midweek who confirmed he's already been on there. He's already been in the chat because it still applies to 3 p.m. media blackout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At this level.
At this level, it's still he's on for you tonight. He is old Aaron.
It's all right when I see him next.
But look, that's going to be. I think that'll be the highlight of this season. Will be the Prem playoffs and those Div 1 playoffs.
It's going to be some tasty playoffs if those teams stay in there.
Yeah, and let's not put down that there might be a late run from a Pagam or someone like that.
Yeah.
Right, lads. Anything else?
No.
We get into it. I know there's been a lot of games called off recently and that.
Yeah. I mean, you've got. I mean, well, looking ahead to this week coming, you've got potentially if the weather. Oh, go on, Mike.
The same guy who told me about the media blackout.
Yeah.
If the games changed, SCFL games changed to 2:00. How much would that help a club? Because you could stream the game.
You could technically, you could set up a streaming service, like say.
You're obviously not going to get huge numbers.
No.
But as we are streaming now, it is easy to do that with bits of software and someone paying a subscription every month. That definitely helps in there. But you could do it, couldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, even if you look with the video cameras now, I think it's an extra £20 a month, you can live stream it direct to YouTube off of a video.
I mean, this is done there. It's not hard to do.
No,
not hard to do. I wonder if that's something they could, that you could look at, because if Guernsey can do it,
Why can't other teams change their kickoff times? And because you think as well, it's another way for revenue to come into clubs as well.
sponsorship certainly.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're not, you're not talking National League South numbers or zone numbers or anything like that. But if it's going to attract a few hundred more, viewers, especially for the away games, yeah. Say there's a team, say you're Midhurst and you're going all the way down to Peacehaven, and you can't make that trip, but you could catch it. I think especially with the technology everyone has, anyone can stream anything these days. Why don't they look at that?
Yeah, it's fair enough. Like we said, it's a little save on lights cost as well. Yeah, you wouldn't need to put the floodlights on, so that's another cost saving. But also, yeah, like we said, it's extra revenue that comes in for a team. Like I say, you charge, I don't know, a monthly service at £4 or £5 a month.
Yeah, you couldn't charge much, mate, because
no.
Of what level it is.
Yeah, but you start doing that, and then and like Haig said, do it at 2 o'clock. It's saving on your floodlight costs as well.
I mean, that is if you're not using the most up to date X-Lux LED ones, it costs a lot of money to put things on. Whereas, like your 23 games with the officials and that, you're a lost leader. You'll know that, Monty. I knew that when I was doing 23s. As soon as you turn the fucking lights on, there's a one gone at least.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think if the league wants to adapt, wants to move forward, maybe that's one idea that they can look at. Because
this is go on. Sorry, go finish.
No, because I was out in America. I was watching all the 3 o'clock games, mate. And I was in Vegas, and I was sitting there going, I watch this game, and there's loads of them. It's a piss take that we can't watch 3 o'clock games.
Yeah.
And that's the same. I'm sure that's the same as well, isn't it? If it was like, I'm sure there was a El Clasico. It was Real Madrid, Barcelona, and that was at 3 o'clock. We couldn't watch that as well. I mean, it's just a bullshit type rule. Why?
It's because they think that if they televise all the 3 o'clocks on a Saturday, that you won't get the fans going to the games. They'd rather sit home and watch it. But to me, it's a load of bollocks, because the whole thing of a live game is you're there, you're in the atmosphere. You're still going to sell out stadiums and all that rubbish. But then if they did the 3 o'clocks, you can guarantee they charge more money for showing it on a Saturday.
But Brad's got a point, and this does not certainly doesn't apply to all of them on there. The ones I speak to are good guys.
Yeah,
there's few I don't speak to on there. Sometimes I think you've got to look at ways to innovate. Yeah, look at ways to move with the times.
Yeah.
They've got goal line technology in the Prem now. They've got the VAR, assisted this, assisted that, But I don't know. Why not? Why not? I if there was enough interest from clubs to do that,
but then again, does the league have a say in it? Because it could just be down to like the FA's ruling. So then again, the league might be willing to do that. Obviously, I know a couple of people with the league having to deal with admin and stuff, but their hands are tied. I mean,
but it goes back to the same precedent, Mons. If Guernsey can do it, because they got to get the plane back. Why should there be one rule for one and no one else?
Yeah.
But then again, you look at it and you go, clubs, when daylight savings are in effect, clubs have the option to move forwards to 2 o'clock. So now every single game could kick off at 2 o'clock if both the teams agree.
It makes sense.
However, teams don't agree to do it.
I don't know why though.
Because I can remember when we went to Hassocks last year. They
who got a great win against Erith at the weekend, by the way.
Yeah, brilliant. So they asked us if we were happy to move it forwards to a 2 o'clock kickoff, and we said no. And you saw it. I think it was earlier this season. YM or something. They asked to move it forwards to 2 o'clock, and the other team said no. Teams,
why?
Was willing
That was
to do
the
it.
floodlights, wasn't it? That one.
But if you're allowed to do it to save money on floodlights when daylight savings are in effect, but teams still don't choose to do it.
Strange. It's odd to me.
People want to play at 3 o'clock because it's traditional. It's what's standard, and people go. And I think I've spoken to a couple of people. They go, it gives us extra time in the morning to do a long journey. Yeah, but then you're fucking driving back at 9 o'clock in the evening. Yeah. Who wants to do that? Gives you more time down the pub after the game.
Always a good thing.
But Mike loves that.
But I'm just thinking about this media blackout as well, right? So Guernsey streamed the game, yeah?
Yep.
Game starts at 2.
Yep.
Second half kicks off at 3. But they're streaming the game.
That's a good point. That's a very good point. Why isn't the second half cut off? 10 teams last year, I think. Suggest.
Hassocks. I love Hassocks.
Yeah.
Chairman Pat's opening preview game.
Love it.
Ain't they the best?
Yeah, it's like I think James said, didn't he, when he was on? He was like, thing is with Pat, they're really good, but he never finds the net.
I tell you, mate, one thing, mate, that guy used to be a hell of a fucking striker.
Oh yeah, I know. But now when he does his match day previews, even James like he never finds the net half the time. It's like
Pat Harding and Hassocks for a massive 3 points
win. Yes, yeah.
Erith. Or they're gonna put away now.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Anything else, lads, before we bring this beautiful meeting to a close?
Yes.
I've got to go back to reality tomorrow and go back to work, which is unbelievable, mate. I have got so much stuff to do at work. I'm actually... It's not good. It's not good.
So...
Stress in the working world.
Yeah.
I'm on half term, so it's really hectic.
Half term. I've
only been in 2 weeks back from Christmas.
And I got 3 days off holiday, so...
Monty, you sound like an adopted son of mine. Half term. Do you know what I mean? We're going to get you on a bit of YTS experience. Back then when you used to be in the boot rooms cleaning the boots, and that for £17.50 a week on the pro contracts.
But, yeah, just before we go, just say that a couple of games, if they are on Tuesday, fingers crossed, down at Middle Road, you're going to be having Stenning against New Haven in the Cup.
And then they played each other last week, wasn't it? It was 7-1.
They did, yeah, 7-1 to Stenning. But also, like we said earlier, you've got, if that's not on, then you've got Lancing against Little Common Tuesday night.
And Peacehaven, Hayward Heath.
And Peacehaven, Hayward Heath.
And Roffey, Crawley Down. That won't be on.
Right.
And then Midhurst are meant to be at home to Eastbourne. And you've even got Lingfield at home to Seaford on Wednesday.
So there's some... Wednesday?
Yeah, Wednesday, because Whiteleaf will have the pitch on Tuesday.
Right.
Lingfield will take the booking on the Wednesday.
Yeah.
That's Wednesday, 8 o'clock kickoff.
So, okay. So, yeah, but if you've got nothing to do on a Tuesday, and that game at Middle Road is called off because we know what the weather can be like, make your way down to Lancing for a cracking game there. But yes. Oh, one other thing, Mike. As you will know this, how is the app coming along?
Yeah,
Where
well,
are
it's the app is all signed off. Everything is done. It's actually we submitted our paperwork, legal paperwork for Dugout AI Limited to Apple on Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday, just gone. Yep. So we're just waiting now. We checked this morning. We've done everything our end. Okay,
Amazing.
it's gonna be sick. The app.
I can't wait for everyone to have
Yeah.
it.
There. You know, there's a guy that's really helped us with this app.
Yeah, that's good.
It's fantastic. It's gonna be no need for full time. You want to go on full time anymore? No need.
Won't need it.
Don't need. Live notifications was brilliant. Did the tests at the weekend, the third and fourth tests, absolutely thing. So if your official club sends the message out, you will get it, and you follow the club on our app. You'll get it within 0.13 seconds as a notification, like flash scores. There is a ground hopper feature on there which allows you to track all the grounds you've been to. You
Yep.
can put in your location anywhere in you're around. You put your location. You can set it. Say, for example, I can't wait either, Mrs. Slaney. I can't wait either. You can set your location where you are, and then put up to anything from 1 kilometer to 25 kilometers in the region. It tells you exactly what games are about, where they are. It also covers over 100 clubs as well, all with direct links to their website, their social medias, everything. And yeah, it is better than Footology, Cam. It is. To be fair, we did take some inspiration from that. Okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
There are all the podcasts and the media that we're involved with, whether it's IBB10, Dugout Diaries, SNLF, they're all on there. There's a free agency board on there. So if you're a player that wants to be involved in a team or is looking to change, there's a free agency board on there. Look, there is a lot of stuff on there. Okay, it took a long time to develop, and that took a few quid as well. To be fair, it's going to be free until the end of the season. There, I want the feedback on it. Is look, we hope to have it done and dropped by this time next week. Okay,
Yeah.
We are literally at the mercy now of Apple for iOS, because 85% of people watching on here now, or that are involved in any of the media platforms that we run, use iOS. So it was actually, we had to make sure it was on the Apple Store.
Yeah.
Another cool features it's got, you can upload your own photos, voice notes,
Your match day photos. Yep.
days. Yeah. Also, for teams out there, we trialed this earlier in the season. Yes, it is iOS and Android. Yes, that's correct. Any teams out there that wish to upload their match day program, we can host all that for you in there. So you can sit there and read like 10 teams worth of programs. Just for the things, you know. Yeah, look, it took a long time coming, but and the developer who is watching now said, and we have complete fan interaction in it as well. We're going to build a little community from there. The idea is you can have one app for Sussex.
It does all.
That's going to go from Sussex National League South all the way down
to Sunday League.
And yeah, you'll have score predictions on there. So the fan interaction, there'll be polls. You can get involved, a bit of banter, all the way down to Sunday League. You know, the vets football, under 18s, under 23s. Okay, so so look, we're at the mercy of Apple right now. I wanted it done before that. I know the developer, he's got to go away soon. So we are, fingers crossed, the next 24 hours, 48 hours, we're going to get it back, and then it'll be on there. And then we want everyone to jump on it. It's free, and we get a bit of back going. So yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. But with the coming phase 2, that's where you'll have your mind blown, because that's when we're going to introduce Dougie to the app. Dougie is the AI model that we've been training in the background.
Yeah.
He already knows more than me, more than Monty, and more than Lee about Sussex non-league football. You'll be able to ask him, tell me about Reigate Priory. Tell me about who gets the most bookings. Tell me about how many times they concede goals from the left-hand side. Tell me how many times they, in their passages of play back or play back to the keeper in this set and things like that. You know, it's watched thousands of hours of your instant replay, VO, YouTube footage, and that. So yeah, it's he's going to be different, and
Just wait and see.
ready, which will be by the end of this. When he's ready, which will be by the end of this season, Dougie, the AI, will take part in a live podcast here.
Yep.
And you'll be able to ask him questions.
And he'll answer them live.
And Not like, and he's got a bit of a geezer voice. He's a bit of a lad, you know. I don't know who I built him on, but
no, we don't know, mate.
He'll know the banner, and he already knows every single club in Sussex football, their managers, their coaches, and he probably knows about 60 to 70% of the players at the moment.
Yeah.
So that's going to be really good. So if you don't know as well, that's follow him, Dougie AI, on Twitter.
Right.
Popping out.
So just before I have to go, I just want to say, look, really sorry about the start tonight with trying to get on and the technical problems and on my side. So do apologise for that. Just want to say thank you to Mike for hosting tonight and taking the intro and getting us in. Monty, thank you again, mate, for coming on tonight and dropping us with all your stats and everything. It's always good to have you on.
Great.
Billy, if you're watching, hope you enjoyed your little Hollywood tour. He'll be back as normal next week. Fingers crossed the weather and my internet is working.
And Lee's gone. So, as it says there, Lee's gone. He's right there. It's 9:59. He has to be in bed. Great numbers again for everyone tonight. Monty, wonderful addition to the team.
Thank you.
There. It's really nice to have someone who actually is playing in the leagues that can actually give an honest account of just low Edwards got in contact. It's given me some he just wanted to fact check me a bit, Low. So cheers, Low. I appreciate you, mate, in there. No, but going back to it's quality to have you part of the team there, mate. As someone who's actually playing in the leagues and can give an honest answer on the thing. And I know that your coach, Jack Mundy, watches the show, you know, so you either get yourself into loads of shit or you don't, but I know he's a real one anyway, Monday, so it's all good. But I thank you for everything, mate. Obviously, he'll be already cocoed up in bed now with his teddy. He'll be putting his telephone line back into he's took the broadband out. He'll be putting that in there for the dial up again. So Mama Pen can get back on the telephone again now, and he'll be right. But everyone, wonderful numbers again tonight. I mean, this is crazy, you know. Just Sussex non-league football seems to be thriving, and for as long as you guys listen, share, comment, do all that like interaction. We keep doing it for you because, as I said, we don't do this for the money. Not at all. Adios, people. Thank you so much, Monty. I'll be catching you up with you soon, buddy. Take care. Good night. One love.